30 days, one goal, a spooky island using no Nintendo Online. Now, I am no stranger to creating Halloween-themed islands. I've actually done quite a few, but I have never done a spooky island without using custom codes created by someone else or using treasure islands, and I've definitely never done one in 30 days. These 30-day Animal Crossing challenges are everywhere at this point, and now I'm ready to try one for myself because I can't even begin to tell you how many islands I've abandoned, how many challenges I've quit doing. So this type of challenge is exactly the motivation I need to finally finish another island. So because this is a challenge, I do have some rules. Rule number 1, the island must be completed in 30 real-life days. And let's be honest, 30 days seems like a lot, but when you're creating an entire island, 30 days is going to go by so fast. Number 2, no Nintendo Online. So this means no cute custom patterns. This means no treasure islands. And most significantly, this means none of my friends can come over to help me organize flowers or clean up my disaster of an island. I have to do this all by myself. Rule number 3, and the only rule to really help me out, is time traveling is allowed. So I can go forward and backward as much as I see fit, and I do foresee having to time travel quite a bit to complete this challenge. Rule number 4, no Happy Home Paradise. I don't think this one will be too bad, but Happy Home Paradise does have a lot of cute furniture items, so I don't know, I'll probably regret adding that as a rule. Now, because I'm a realist, those are the only rules that I'm giving myself. In addition to the rules, I also have some goals for the challenge. That way I can keep myself on track and I don't just have this open-ended island that I'm creating with no endpoint. So, goal number 1, I want this island to be a 5-star island, fully decorated. I want Nook's Cranny to be upgraded, Able Sisters, the museum upgraded, but I definitely don't have to have the museum complete. It just has to be good enough to be 5 stars. Number 2, I want 2 dedicated spooky sections on the island. The whole thing is going to be Halloween themed, but I definitely want 2 specific spooky builds, whether that's a spooky forest or a haunted hayride. It doesn't matter what it is, we'll see what I come up with, but definitely 2 dedicated builds. And number 3, I do want to have my house interior decorated, and we're just gonna see how that goes. So with the rules in place and the goals set, it is time to embark on our 30-day spooky island journey. Here we are, Timmy and Tommy. We meet once again for the beginning portion of this game. I'm not even sure at this point how many times I've been through this. It's been a lot. And I would say that it's a lot even for islands that I've actually started and intended on completing. Not even counting the fact that I'm doing all of the resets, everything like that. Like, I have been through this part of the game so many times. But here we are again. This island we are actually going to finish. And I'm very excited about that. So, we need to go ahead and enter in our name and birthday. So, of course, my name is Caito. Let's go ahead and get that in there really quick. And my birthday is coming up. It's actually going to be in the month that we're doing this challenge, October 6th. So we're going to be able to do all of the birthday stuff this month, which will be exciting. Now we do need to make a character really quick, and I always do the exact same thing. Pigtails with the reddish brown hair, a very specific eye, nose, mouth combination, and then we're done. I think I have that part down to a science. We're going to be playing in the Northern Hemisphere because I just want everything to feel authentic to the season that I'm in where I live. And now it is time for one of the most important decisions, picking our map layout. All right, I don't hate any of these choices. I think they're all pretty good. I'm leaning towards the bottom left. Resident Services is pretty far away, which is what I tend to go for in a map. I don't want to do any re-rolls. This is not an island that's all about that. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I think I'm going to go bottom left. I think that's our best option. Now, a lot of stuff happens really quickly here. We have cherries. We're going to find out our airport color and our villagers. What are they going to be? Oh my gosh. Okay. Yellow airport is good. I think the yellow airport is one of my favorite ones. These villagers? I mean, I guess it is a Halloween island, so it's good that Biff is kind of scary. And then we have Fuchsia. Honestly, I don't know how much I'm going to care about the villagers. We're going to deal with that later. We do have a cute little pond, and we need to go over here and talk to Tom Nook and do the whole orientation part of this process. We have spoken with Tom Nook. I got the tent from Tommy here, actually, and I need to go find a place. But here is my predicament. I typically try to find a decent spot for my house just on the mainland, but I'm thinking I need to go with the beach route. And I feel like a lot of people do this at this point, knowing that they're going to move where their tent location is. I sometimes stray away from it because if I'm not going to be using Treasure Islands, I'm going to have to earn all of the money myself to move all of these buildings. And that is terrifying to me. I'm going to need a lot of money. But I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to put as many buildings on the beach as I can, starting with my tent. Then we need to go and find the other villagers and put their tents on the beach as well. All right, Fuchsia, give me your tent, and I have the perfect seaside view for you. And let's just hope that you don't get soaking wet every morning because you are going to be literally right by the water. Fuchsia's tent location is secured. Now I need to grab Biff and do the same exact thing for him. I'm thinking right about here will be good. Or not. It's too close to another structure. We're not going to do it there. We are going to do it here. That is still too close. We're going to move over a little bit more. Here we go. Perfect tent location. Look how cute they are right next to each other. I think this is great. Everyone has a spot. We're good to go. Another orientation from Tom Nook, and this time I know that he's going to ask me to gather tree branches and then eventually fruit. So we're going to go ahead and grab both after he sets us free this time. I also love how they word this, like we're all going to be working together. It's a team effort. Everyone lives on the island. It's all harmonious, and yeah. No one does anything except me. I literally have to do everything. So can we just not act like anyone else is helping? The first time I played through this, I actually went around gathering all of the tree branches like this, like one at a time. I thought they had to be already fallen, but you can actually just stand here, shake one tree until you have all 10 branches, and now I do it that way. Work smarter, not harder. We're also going to gather our 6 cherries, one for each person who's on the island right now, and then head back to Tom Nook. I trust you had success foraging for tree branches. Allow me to lighten your load. Okay, here we go. Another very important part of the game is coming up shortly, and of course, me being me, I am not at all prepared. He found out that we had cherries. I already have you covered, Tom. Here are the 6 cherries that you need. At last, allow me to properly welcome you to your new island. This is his most exciting endeavor. Isn't that great? So now is the point in time where we are going to have to name the island. They really don't waste any time here. Like, you have to name things and commit to things so quickly. So here we go. I need to name it. I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to think about it, and then I'll come back. After what took way longer than a minute, I finally have a name. I'm going to be naming the island 13. 13 is typically an unlucky number. I feel like it kind of speaks to the Halloween spooky vibes without just calling my island Halloween Town or something. And for certain people, 13 is actually a lucky number. So we're going to see how this goes. Welcome to the island 13. Of course, everyone is going to vote for my island name because it's the best of the bunch. And now I think it's time for us to get some sleep. The game is going to sync with real time, and we can continue making some progress on the island. This part where Tom Nook screams into your tent and wakes you up in the morning, it just reminds me of those mornings when you were a kid and your parents would wake you up at like 8 a.m. on a Saturday because you had something to do or you had to like clean your room. I don't know. And it's just like, come on, just let me sleep a little bit. I get it. but I want to sleep until noon. And you know, it all comes full circle because once you're a parent yourself and you have kids, then you're the one who has to wake them up early because you know that there's actually reasons that they do have to get up early. It's a whole thing. Okay, we got our Nook phone, which is exciting. And now it's time for us to learn about the Nook mileage program and the bill that we actually owe for moving to this. So we need some Nook miles, and this is going to be a grind. Something about this first 5,000 miles. For me personally, it just takes a long time, okay? When you really get down to the meat and bones of it all, I don't think I'm actually very good at Animal Crossing. I may be okay at designing, but actually playing the game, I don't know if I'm that great. We do have 2 letters from Nintendo, 2 different gifts. I think one of them is the Switch Lite, and I don't remember what the other one is. Let's go ahead and start looking at our Nook miles. 13 miles, not to be confused with the 500 miles that we actually got. We only need 4,500 more miles. All right, so it is the Nintendo Switch. Oh, it's the Animal Crossing one. Oh, and the DIY Workbench DIY. Okay. I'm going to do some cleaning up here. I think it's important for me to really focus on these little things that I often may or may not look over at the beginning, and then I invite people over to come and help me do it because I don't like to do it by myself. So I'm going to actually go through here. I'm going to clean up all of the weeds, pick up all of the sticks on the ground, just kind of do those mindless activities that you need to do at the beginning. And then I think we need to focus on getting all 5,000 Nook miles so we can go ahead and upgrade our house today. Now I think that I have cleaned up every single weed on this section of land that I can get to right now. I mean, I still don't have the vaulting pole, but so far we're clean. Now I need Tom Nook to teach me all of the different recipes like this early game. I think he gives me the fishing rod first. And one of my goals is to definitely get Blathers today. Not necessarily get him on the island because I would have to time travel for that, but I want to invite him. Okay, let's go in here. I'm going to sell some of my cherries, probably not all of them, and some of my weeds. I don't know at this point how much I'm wanting to hoard, but I do like to hoard some at the beginning because I don't know what I'm going to need. 5,790 bells, that's perfect. Okay, it does look like we have some miles. Greedy Weeder, 300 miles. Oh, we have 2 of them. See, I cleaned out so many weeds. I'm so proud of myself. And pick of the bunch, we did get some cherries off the trees. 1,600 miles. Oh, and Seller of Unwanted Stuff. Okay, that was a good run. Tom Nook has shown me how to use the DIY workbench, so I'm going to go ahead and craft a fishing rod and then go around and try to catch, I think it's 5 fish that I need to donate to Tom to get him to call Blathers. I'm also going to log into the Nook Stop, go ahead and get the 50 miles and start our streak because this is such an easy way to get bonus miles. I'm not really interested in much of this, but I am going to go ahead and order these outdoor shorts. I don't know why. I just like them. We got some more miles actually for doing a little bit of shopping, so that's good. I'm also going to go in here and change my passport because I know if I do that, I will also get miles, so perfect. Edit credit. 300 miles, I will take it. While we're getting these out of the way, let's go to the bulletin board. I'm just going to draw something on the bulletin board. Bulletin board benefit gets us 300 more miles. We are up to 2,850. Fishing is so infuriating. I don't even know what to say about it. I don't even know at this point. It's just, I'm just so bad at it, no matter what. And like, I get it. Some people, it's really easy, but I get too antsy and I just click the button on accident too soon. It's so bad. Okay, 6 million years later, I have caught enough fish to go back to Tom. I'm gonna donate these and go ahead and get this ball rolling. And just like that, Blathers is coming to the island Tom is giving us his tent, and I'm going to find a place to put it. Now, I know that I said earlier that I wanted to put every building on the beach, but this is going to be an exception. I am actually going to put my museum right next to resident services, just for the ease of it all. I just think it'll be easy for me to go back and forth, put down the museum right there. In my brain, it makes sense. While I'm in here, I'm going to go ahead and craft some more of these flimsy tools. I need a new net and I need an axe. We actually have some more Nook miles to collect. So we got 300 miles for, I don't know if that was making a DIY or learning a DIY. I'm not sure. Now that I have my axe, I'm going to go around and shake some of the trees. I want to make sure there aren't any wasps in here before I start chopping. We're definitely going to donate the first wasp that we find, but wasps are also a great source of income. I feel weird calling it income. They're a good way to make bells, okay? There's not some weird like wasp black market or anything. They just, you get it. Okay, my pockets are actually getting full, so while I'm over here, let's go ahead and place the museum down. And like I said, I'm going to place it right here next to resident services. I just feel like this is going to be a good spot. I'm also going to start placing all of the bugs and fish that I need to donate to Blathers right next to the museum, just so I know which ones I haven't donated yet. Anything else I get, I will go sell it or I'll put it next to my house. Something like that, just so I know the difference. We got some more miles for chopping the trees and for trashing our tools, so I'm feeling good about that. We're getting closer and closer to the 5,000. I feel like we're going to be able to do this. I'm going to sell some more stuff to Timmy here just to clean up my pockets, and then I do actually want to buy the slingshot recipe, and I think he has a recipe for the beginner's DIY bundle recipe, so I'm going to go ahead and get both of those. We did get some more miles, so first time buyer, I guess purchasing from Timmy is different than purchasing at the Nook stop. I don't know, I'll take it. I did some more crafting, I needed some more tools, but I also crafted this hay bed, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it down. I'm going to use my axe to collect the resources from the rocks in this area that I'm able to get to. A gold nugget? On my first rock ever. On an island named 13? Okay, this is a lucky island. I'm just gonna say that. So like I was saying, I'm gonna place the hay bed down so I can collect the resources. And if you do it this way, if you place something behind you, because I don't have my shovel yet and I can't dig the holes behind me, placing an item like this will allow you to get the most resources you can from the axe, which is actually just one less than you can get from the shovel. We have some more miles to collect. This one is exterior decorator. I've done absolutely no decoration. However, it is counting my bugs as decoration, so I will take it. And this rock is actually the money rock. This could not be going any better right now. We are almost to 5,000 Nook miles, and I have over 15,000 bells. Excuse me, over 16,000 bells. I'm feeling great. We did get some Nook miles for catching some more bugs, and a few for using our Nook phone. We only need 50 more miles, so I think if I just keep doing some of the basic tasks, we'll easily get there. Okay, I was crafting some more tools, and we actually got some Nook miles for crafting DIY tools, which means we have hit the 5,000. I'm going to talk to Tom. We're going to pay off our home loan. It's time to get out of the tent and into a house. Okay, so I did end up getting some miles for paying off the loan, and now I'm going to talk to Tom again. This way, when we log in tomorrow, we will already have our house upgraded. This is a step that I typically forget to do, actually, and then I have to wait another day for my house to upgrade. But I remembered this time. So we've got our house. We've got Brewster on the way tomorrow. I think this day is done. And with that, the first day on my Island 13 is complete. If you want to see what happens on day 2, once that video is ready, it will be up on the screen for you. you can go ahead and click on that, and I think you definitely should.